Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to begin by giving all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do well. Peace, blessing to the sincere Akim. May the elect virgin pushing the shoot 24, giving all diligence to make the calling and election sure. Alright, this is your brother Kwana from the Great Millstone Camp, Trinidad. Coming once again to the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to do our lesson, Lord willing, it edifying to the elected nation of Israel. Alright, as we're coming into the closing of the closing, alright, to the end of the end. Alright, I just want to basically touch on Sirach 37 and verse 27. And I read, it says, "My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it." You know, when you look at Sirach, have some deep sentences, but yet simple. Alright. And reading upon reading this precept is a self-examination. Alright, knowing what is good for you and what is not good for you. Alright. Like the Apostle Paul make mention. If I could just get this precept here. Just bear with me a second. Is 1 Corinthians verse 10. Select 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verses 23. It says, "All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient." Alright, all things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. And let's touch on that precept in Sirach 37. It says, "My son, prove thy soul in thy life." Alright, and know what is good and what is evil unto it. And the reason why I said that is a self-examination is that you know within yourself, alright, certain things which could be lawful or might be lawful, might be a hindrance, alright, a hinderization, if that is a word, alright, from you, excelling to the best that you are capable of. Alright, I speak to myself firstly, alright, on the mark that you could reach. So I just want to go to that word, 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 23. And just take that word expedient out. Alright. So the word expedient says some Pharaoh. Alright, G4851 says to bear or bring together, to carry with others, to collect or contribute in order to help be profitable, be expedient. Form including is alternative to bear, contribute. Alright, so let us go into the root word with. Resemblance, possession, instrumental, addition. Besides, within compounds, it has similar applications, including completeness. Alright, so I'll read over the precept, 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 23. It says, "All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not." Alright, and that is not really the one I really wanted, but certain things will be lawful, but on this side it might be difficult to really live that life. Alright, and that is why scripture says, "My son, prove thy soul in this life and see which is evil unto thee," because though some things might be good, alright, or righteous according to the law, alright, it might be evil at the same time, in the sense of taking your concentration off what really matters. Alright, of what really matters. And what really matters, is for we to excel, in the best that we could. As the scripture says in is Sirach, the early chapter. Maybe Sirach chapter 2 or Sirach chapter 4. I believe it's Sirach 4 and verses 27. It says, Sirach, verse 28. It says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So, if something that lawful might cause you from being fighting for the truth, therefore, that is something that you will have to get rid of. Because you're trying yourself and seeing, well, alright, this working, this ain't working, this taking up too much of my time. Although it might be right, alright, although it might be right, it could be a hindrance. And that is why we say, my son, prove thy soul, because this ain't talking about everybody, but it's talking about you. And I mean to myself firstly. It's talking about us on our individual level, where we look within. So as the Apostle Paul says in Corinthians, it says, examine thyself, examine just wait my second. Which scripture make reference to what? Examining yourself, to see if you're being faith. And that examining is trying out what is good and what is evil, because this is the condition, this is the battle. All right, so it says examine, right? Second Corinthians chapter 13. Second Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 5. It says, examine yourselves whether you be in the faith, prove your own selves. Alright, so this is proving our own selves. There's not about we proving to any man or pleasing any man, but it's about we proving our own selves unto the Lord. Alright, it says, proving your own selves, know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh Mashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. So wise, in we journey, alright, onward to the kingdom, Lord, where we part of the Lord's elect. We striving and we examining ourselves, examining ourselves to see what is good for the soul. Alright, not because some things might be lawful, doesn't mean expedient, doesn't mean it's an additional thing to do. All right, but it's just about for us to pass the time to make it home, you know. And to each Akim, everybody would know in their own way. All right, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to pray, you know, what is most hindering or difficult, you know, in this flesh to them. All right, and I can speak for myself also, because this is the condition of the battle. All right, that what we cast off the mortal flesh, and casting off the mortal flesh, all right, is a constant battle. And the reason why it's a constant battle, and it will always be a constant battle, because we're in this flesh. And once we're in this flesh, we will have to battle this flesh day unto day, night unto night, until Yahweh shall return. So this was just a quick exaltation to the Spirit, Lord willing. It was edifying. Shalom. That was on us again to the apostles and elders, a great stone.